I think that might be the most emotional ending to a race that I think I've probably ever had. I really wasn't expecting it great race, but when I came across the line, the last 7 laps felt so long, and I could see the guys behind me, and I saw Max starting to catch, and when I came across the line, I was just in such disbelief because it'd been such a long time, you know. Since 2021 was such a hit, and it's taken so long to get back to here. And there was so many moments where I didn't think it would ever happen again. And but I just tried to continue to believe and just keep chasing.
Yeah, we were just too slow. I mean, in that first stint, I couldn't keep up with Mercedes, couldn't keep up with the McLarens. It was just dagging harder than them. So that's quite worrying. But then, we have to just analyze everything. It was, of course, a fun race, with the rain coming in, and I definitely enjoyed it. But looking at the pure pace, it was quite tough.
I didn't do a very good job today with the calls, with knowing when to box. So, just I don't know what to say. So many things are good, so many things are in place. Just not executing things the way I want to, the way I need to. So I'm just not to the level I need to be at. It's quite simple. I'm, not performing at the level of the others at the minute. But something I need to work on.
I mean, I can't help but feel disappointed, to be honest. I think obviously a very good day in terms of points for the team. I think highest scoring team again. But I think we both probably feel like we could have won. So, obviously it's disappointing to leave the weekend feeling like that. I think we had a very quick car in all conditions. I think when it started to rain, we were flying. Obviously on my side, just stayed out 1 lap too long on the slicks, and unfortunately that set us a long way back.
I was actually having a bit of fun because I had a very lonely race at the beginning. As expected, the top 3 cars were much quicker than us today, and they pulled away. But then as soon as it became slicks on damp conditions is when I started to make a bit of a catch up and taking a bit more risks than them, and I could catch up to them. And I thought maybe we're back in the race, and then maybe it stays like this in these conditions for the rest of the race, where we might have a chance here. But then in full wet or in full dry, we were just not quick enough. But one of the most solid races of my last few years in Ferrari, for sure.
The performance is there with this update, and that makes me very happy and optimistic looking into the rest of the remainder of the season. I think we're definitely in the fight now for the 5th fastest team, which is obviously very, very positive, and nobody really expected a couple of weeks ago.
Big uplift for the team this weekend. We were quick since lap 1 of FP1, and really solid weekend.
I think it was a race that secure with both cars points. I think it's never easy. You can have a very easy DNF, you can crash, you can make a big mistake on the tire choice, all these kind of things. So to execute the race more or less trouble-free is already a success.
It was a race where we started off quite poorly. I had a decent start, but Fernando just had an even better one next to me. And then I don't really remember what happened in turn 3, but we made contact. Turn 4 made more contact. I was okay. Jumped to P12, I think it was, and then had to fight back. So final stint had really good pace, good strategy on the mediums, and had a lot of fun out there. The car was really good at the end there. One of the best it's felt in a long, long time.
Rain helped this time very well to maintain the gap or close to the gap the cars in front in the beginning of the races.
No, it was a good race, to be honest. I think I executed everything really well. It was a bit of a shame. We were too close on that first interstop, and we had to stack, and lost quite a bit of time there, and didn't quite have the pace on the inter tire. Just struggling a lot with degradation, and probably boxed a lap late to get back on the slicks. But yeah,
we pit 1 lap too early. I was sort of within range of Albon, and he stayed out another lap, I think, and opened the gap massively. And on top of that, pace wasn't really that good on the soft there at the end. I just grained the tire immediately, and I didn't have a good stint.
So the last 3 weekends have been so, I don't know. A week ago, obviously, we had a good racer in the points, but I think compared to some of our competitors in the midfield, we have lost out a little bit in the latest kind of upgrade battle. So yeah, I think Budapest is a completely different circuit, so let's see. But yeah, it's not enough for us just to be like, yeah, that track will suit us and we'll be okay. We obviously got to rectify some weaknesses, and I'll obviously look at my race and figure out where I like the pace.
I'm not feeling good. It's too much now. It's been too many races, and I don't even know what to say anymore when I'm coming here. So I've just got to. We've just got to reset as a team, but yeah. There's always one different reason for it that it doesn't click, and that makes it even more difficult to analyze and jump forward.
Not an easy day with sometimes being on the slicks in the wet, some wet sections on track, but I think we made actually the right calls today. Didn't do any unnecessary pit stops, but in any condition we just didn't have the pace today to challenge the cars in front.
We basically took every single wrong decision since the beginning of the weekend on anything that there can be, on the car, on the strategy, on everything. It's been a very difficult one from start to finish. There is nothing to learn about this weekend. And yeah, we just need to focus on the next one and turn the page of this one.
It was a total disaster. We gambled on the first call, thinking that there was going to be more rain at the time. And when we boxed, we just stayed out on the Inter for like 6-7 laps. Well, it was quite dry, and then we completely destroyed the tire. Then the rain came, and it was just out of sync by 6 or 7 laps, which basically ruined the race, because then every stint I was in the middle of the leaders, getting lapped, dropping tire temperature, and so on. It was just a nightmare of a race.
We started on a soft, and the rain just came too late. So by then, the tire was kind of done after 10 laps, and then we tried gamble for Inters. Obviously, it didn't really work out. We went, at least we'll give it a try, and yeah, after that, I think the race was kind of over for my side.
I'm really disappointed. It was everything was under control at the beginning in the dry, then very challenging conditions in the damp. I started losing power, and next thing I had to retire the car. So yeah, really disappointed.
There was a suspected gearbox issue, so unfortunately we could not take part of the race.
How does that kind of feel? It's been a difficult weekend all round for you.
No, it was always planned. I mean, we knew our weekend will start on Sunday. Was the plan before the weekend was to take this engine penalty and the battery change. So yeah, it was compromised from the first place. But on a day like today, when the rain is around, and you always have hopes that you can get something out of it. So yeah, definitely not ideal.